Oh boy, what a finish in Denver. The Heat going in and snatching game 2 away from the Nuggets, knotting the series up at 1 apiece, heading back to Miami for game 3. What a weird game this game was. Lots of big swings by both teams multiple times. He came out of the gate flying. Max Strus, who was horrendous in game 1, fantastic to open. I think he had 12 points in the first quarter, was shooting the lights out of the ball, and that was really the story for this game. The undrafted, no-name guys for the Miami Heat, I mean, we all know their name now, came out and they had big time performances. Duncan Robinson, a huge fourth quarter, 10 straight to open the fourth quarter in a tight game. Bam Adebayo, another strong game. Jimmy Butler had his struggles tonight, but was pretty good in the fourth quarter also. Gabe Vincent, a huge game as well, 23 for him. Just an all-around great performance from the Heat. They shot 48% from three-point land. That's big time. And on the other end, Nikola Jokic, huge game, 41 points. He was magnificent. This game had a lot of swings with it. The Heat went up 11 early in the first quarter. Nuggets came out storming back, went up 15. Heat ended up cutting it to 6 into halftime. So it was a lot of big swings. It was good on the Heat. It felt like this thing might have spiraled out of control in the second quarter after the Nuggets went on this massive run. Jokic goes on the bench and the Nuggets go crazy hot from the floor, 5 for 5 from the floor as soon as he went out of the game. And then they really extended that lead, pushed Miami down. So like a 25-point swing right there, 26-point swing. It was big. The Heat did a good job whittling it back down, but it was kind of at 7-8 for a good chunk of this game in the middle, second and third quarter. Pretty even third quarter. The Heat cut it to 2 with about 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Then Nikola Jokic took over, 8 straight points down the stretch, really kind of lengthened that lead back out for the Nuggets. But then, like I said, my man Duncan Robinson, a huge fourth quarter, 10 straight points to open the quarter. Big time for him. Gabe Vincent hit a big 3 there, and it got them right back in the game. The Heat then pushed this game away. They got this thing up to 10 points, 7, 11. They were pushing it away. And then the Nuggets stormed back the last 3 minutes. They cut it to 3 twice. Jimmy Butler misses the icing 3 with about 30 seconds left. The Nuggets come down. Last shot for Jamal Murray off the front iron, and the Nuggets fall by 3. Really good game. I enjoyed a lot of this game. There was a lot of back and forth. The Heat did a fantastic job tonight. They really switched things up. Caleb Martin feeling under the weather. They put Kevin Love into the starting lineup. And though his box score wasn't big, he had 6 points, I think, tonight. Yeah, 6 points for K Love, 2 of 6 from 3. He was a big-time defensive impact. He was doing all sorts of stuff, facilitating, passing. Only had 1 assist, but it was a good assist. It was a lot of outlet passes, setting guys up for stuff, 10 boards on top of it. He was a huge impact because he could cover Aaron Gordon. Where the Heat got exposed in game 1 was with Aaron Gordon, Jokic at the top of the key, running that playmaker ability. And I like what the Heat did. They went back to that zone. I wasn't so sure if that zone was going to be able to work against Jokic, and it really didn't too much. It didn't do anything to stop him from scoring, but it really cut his assist down. You have to take something away from Jokic. He's such a good triple threat option. He can pass, he can rebound, he can shoot, he can score, he can do all that. You got to give him one thing and take away something else. I think taking away those assists and his playmaking ability is the right option. Let him go get his 40 points, and it just takes away the momentum and the flow from the rest of these Nuggets players who are big time, playmaking guys, role-playing guys, that they need that energy, that rhythm to really step up and hit those big shots. And they couldn't do it tonight because they weren't in the flow of the game because Jokic wasn't making those ridiculous passes as much as he normally does. Jamal Murray had a decent game, 18 points for him. Was pretty cold early, heated up during that second quarter run, and then kind of faded late. The Nuggets, I really thought they were going to do a better job at shutting down the Heat three-point shooters. Now, sometimes you can say it's lucky you shoot 48% from 3, but man, it felt like guys were wide open. A lot of defensive lapses from guys in Denver. Michael Porter Jr. was absolutely horrendous tonight. I thought he played terrible. Let's see what his final line was. 2 of 8, 1 of 6 from 3, 5 points. countless defensive lapses. Felt like his guy was always getting open, hitting buckets. So I thought he played a terrible game and was a real hindrance for Denver. Honestly, if you're Denver, you're not too worried. You're feeling great if you're Miami. You knew you had to win this game if you were the Heat. You couldn't go down 0-2, even though you are going back home. You had to split in Denver to keep this series going. Denver, I wouldn't feel too bad. The rest of your team shot pretty bad. Didn't play great. You didn't have your role players really do anything. It was all on Jokic, and that's just going to happen. Especially, like I said, they shot 40% from three, which is pretty good, but 48% from three, ridiculous. Really good job by the Heat, though, actually getting some damn free throws tonight. Free throws were about even, 22-20. Heat only had 2 free throws in game 1, so they got to the line. Maybe it was talked about. Maybe the refs called a little bit more on Denver in this game after they talked about how they set a finals record. Even on the rebounds, essentially a little out rebounding there. Steal, turnovers, 14-11. Heat had a real bad stretch in that second quarter. They had 5 turnovers in the second quarter after only having 1 in the first. So that's kind of what led Denver to get out in front. But then Denver folding late, lots of turnovers late for Denver. They really struggled with that, even though they were really doing a good job on the defensive end early against the Heat. They fell apart late, man. It was really strange to see. You know, basketball is a game of runs, game of swings, but it was so weird to see. I mean, both teams going up big double-digit runs against each other, and it felt like it was more than that because they would be down by double digits and then go jump up by double digits. It was just a really strange kind of game for them. I'm interested to see what adjustments are going to make Denver's going to make for game 3. You got to assume they're not going to shoot the ball like they did. But hey, man, that's a risky game to play, I think. I'm not sure when game 3 is. I'm thinking it's Tuesday here. Or not Tuesday. I'm thinking it's Wednesday in Miami. But I'm not so sure when that game is. There's a couple of days off. The NBA Finals has got a weird schedule set up. They're off some days, okay? They're off some days. Well, let's see, Sunday, Wednesday. Yeah, there we go. Wednesday in Miami. So I'm going to be interested to see what changes Denver make, see how they adjust to this zone defense that Miami shut down Boston with, and we weren't so sure if it was going to work against them, and it did its job. I mean, let Jokic score, take away his playmaking, you see how it happens. I need Jamal Murray to step up. I need Michael Porter Jr. not to be a complete dumpster fire in this game. Christian Brown off the bench for Denver gave them some strong minutes, which is good for them to see. But man, I'd be feeling a little bit nervous now if I was a Nuggets fan after how dominant they were in game 1 and how it felt like they just said, Jokic, you're going to be the one to beat us. We're going to take everybody else out of this game. And he couldn't do it. Now, is that a dangerous game to play? It might be. He could score 40 every single night. But I think when it comes down to it, you're going to be able to get him a little bit uncomfortable, make the other guys take shots that haven't been hitting shots all game, and they're going to miss them. That's what happens when you're not a superstar. You haven't been hitting shots all game. You tend to miss shots. So it should be interesting to see, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. 1-1 heading back to Miami. What's it going to be in game 3? Are the Heat going to double down, go up 2-1, or the Nuggets get back in this thing, take back home court advantage? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Again, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share this video with your friends, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.